No Limit returned to the foundation pre-Super Bowl Bash 2013, brought to you by No Limit Records and Understanding Entertainment. Percy Miller, also known as Master P, is the founder of the No Limit Empire. No Limit Records started off as just a record store with a $10,000 investment, but it became an independent label where Percy Miller was able to produce himself, his friends, and family. Distribution was contracted through Priority Records, in which No Limit maintained all masters, which gave him financial success both in the short term and long term. No Limit Records produced TRU, which incorporated Mia X, Mr. Serborn, Kanan Abel, C-Lock, Big Ed the Assassin, and Moby Dick. Also, some of these artists also produced solo art albums, as well as the West Coast Bad Boys compilation. No Limit Films started off with I'm 'Bout It, the movie, in 1997. I'm 'Bout It, the movie was not held in movie theaters, however, it did have very good sales and release on the streets. And then, in 1998, we see Master P release a movie with his CD called Master P The Last Don, the movie. So both No Limit Records and No Limit Films produced Master P The Last Don, one as a CD and one as the movie. Also, in 1998, we see The Game of Life, which was starred by Snoop Dogg, in which Master P assisted him also with the release of an album to boost his career up. And then we see I Got the Hookup, which was in the movie theaters and did have a theatrical release. And then in 1999, we also see Foolish, where Master P teams up with another comedian, Eddie Griffin. And then in 1999, No Tomorrow, 2000, The Hot Boys, and then also Lockdown. The return of No Limit. Percy Miller, as an entrepreneur, has seen exponential successes as well as failures, accused by some as being too commercial, separating him from many of his artists as well as fans. I am pleased to represent Percy Miller as he returns on stage for a one-night-only No Limit reunion. 50% of every ticket sold will go to the P. Miller Youth Center and the P. Miller Homeless Foundation. Best of all, it will take place in the New Orleans Superdome as the pre-Super Bowl celebration, and C. Murder will be performing as well as other guest appearances. So why Percy Miller? Because Percy Miller is an executive that put New Orleans on the map. He wants to regain some of the successes that he had in the 90s, and he's financially able to provide upfront overhead funding. His original artists still have a big fan base and already appeared in or already starred in movies. He has a give-back attitude, and his son, Little Romeo, will be hosting a show in which he has a capability of grabbing the hearts of those generations younger than Percy Miller and the No Limit family. Mystikal, known for his accelerated lyrics, especially on Master P's Make 'Em Say track, has since left the No Limit tank. However, for this event and this event only, he is leaving Cash Money Records behind and joining the No Limit family on the stage. And we have live from Louisiana State Prison, C. Murder, Master P's brother, an original TRU member. And at the end of his performance, he will have a message. The message will say, stay out of prison, jail, and or juvenile detention, which will be a positive message for today's listeners. How will C. Murder get there, you ask? Well, he will be hologrammed in, just like you seen at the Coachella performance of Tupac. Sorry, Tupac wasn't available because he was resting. However, C. Murder definitely will be there to perform and give his positive message. And also the First Lady of the Tank, Mia X, who also debuted in movies such as I'm 'Bout It, and I Got the Hookup. Appearances by No Limit's own Kanan Abel and Silk the Shocker, Master P's little brother and TRU member. And the host is Nudo Limit's own Romeo, and also the son of Percy Miller, Master P. So why the Superdome? Because it's a reunification in itself. If you remember, not too long ago, it was struck by Hurricane Katrina, and there was a lot of tragedy there. But now in 2013, there's going to be a lot of excitement and entertainment into the same building that was once tragic. So the Mercedes-Benz Superdome now is considered still to be one of the most memorable plays, host to most memorable moments in music history. In 1975, it played to the Rolling Stones, and then in 1989 to Frank Sinatra and Liza Minnelli and Sammy Davis Jr. And with 70,000 available to sit down in the seats and enjoy the concert, I believe this too will be a historical reunification event in hip hop. Here is the writer, brought to you by Understanding Entertainment, for Percy Miller, and which he's requesting that his dressing room, he has 10 dressing rooms. And these dressing rooms should not be visible in sight of the audience. 2 of the dressing rooms should be designated for Master P and his son Romeo privately from the other guest rooms. Master P and Romeo's room should be able to hold 7 people comfortably and maintain a temperature of 80 degrees. And if there's any issues with this request, contact management within 2 weeks of the scheduled performance. And here we also see details outlined for dressing room 1 for Master P's dressing room. A 42-inch LED television in a room with a live feed, 1 hardline telephone, a private restroom, 10 towels, which are 5 hand towels and 5 long towels, all white, 2 iPhone connections, 2 bottles of Dom Perignon champagne, 1996, 10 bottles of Voss water, 8 cans of Red Bull, 2 bowls of fresh fruit, 2 tubs of ice, and 1 can of Altoids. In dressing room number 2, which is Romeo's dressing room, would be 2 42-inch LED TVs, 1 PlayStation 3 Call of Duty game, 4 controllers, Wi-Fi access, 2 Pizza Hut pizzas, 4 2-liter Pepsis, and please ensure all dressing rooms are stocked with basics such as napkins, forks, knives, spoons, plates, etc. For travel, they would like to have 10 first class airline tickets, 2 limos upon arrival, 1 15-passenger van, 2 black SUVs with reflective tent, 10 15-passenger vans on standby for guest artists and or crew. The hotel accommodations will be at the W in New Orleans with 10 suites reserved and 2 connecting suites. Special provisions include no one will discuss the Percy Miller's family or the finances and personal relationships. This is a positive one-night only event and holds no further contractual obligations with any artist Percy may perform with. Cash Money Records may also be appearing as guests, and they will have their own set. Now for the itinerary. Here, this is laid out for the Super Bowl committee for Percy Miller and special guests. At 6 a.m., we'll be picking up Percy Miller and a film crew from the airport, and the duration will be for an hour. And then we'll go out to breakfast and go over the agenda at 7 a.m. for an hour. We have a scheduled radio interview at Q93.3 at 8 a.m. for an hour and 15 minutes, and then a BET interview at 9:15 for 1 hour and 45 minutes. Then we have a luncheon with local artists, business members, and professional athletes from 11:30 a.m. and it lasts for 2 hours. Then we have pictures of autograph signings from 1:30 p.m. and that's 2 hours to 3:15. I will follow up on the status of all guest artists, which will take 45 minutes. And then we'll go over for the parents at the P. Miller Youth Center, which half the proceeds will be donated to. And then we'll also make an appearance from 3:30 to, we'll stay there from 3:30 to 4:45. At 4:45, we'll make an appearance at the P. Miller Homeless Foundation, where we'll also hold a silent auction at 5:15. The silent auction will last for approximately 45 minutes. And then we will have a reunified dinner by invite only at the Miller Mansion. And again, there'll be fundraising there, and that'll be from 6 o'clock to 7, and then gives them 30 minutes for transportation to get to sound check and give all show statuses to Master P. and then by 8 o'clock it's showtime, and it lasts until all acts are completely through. Now for the budget overview, you see that the venue costs a flat rate of $25,000. We also have marketing at $15,200, film production at $100,000, transportation at $35,000, and equipment and lighting at $15,000, giving us a cost of goods of $190,200. Administrative costs is artist compensation at $350,000, insurance at $11,700, food at $10,000, security at $5,000, staff compensation at $45,000. There will be an NFL fee or 15% of all revenue and taxes of 10%. For the revenue, we have a silent auction of $75,000. We also have an invite-only dinner party, which we plan on generating $120,000. The standard ticket price will generate $1.75 million because the stadium holds 70,000 seats, and we're looking to sell each ticket at $25 a piece. There's also 56 suite tickets that we have for sale, and we're only going to sell 50 of them at $2,000 a piece, and leave 6 of those suites for artists and their family. The budget continued. Here we see that we have a gross profit of $2,045,000, and then after the gross profit, after we take out the cost of goods, we have $1,854,800 after tax and profit, and then after the NFL fee and taxes, we come all the way to a net profit of $1,418,922,000. And plus we have the majority rights to the music, to all the music in the film. And again, risk. Nothing can go on without risk, even with Percy Miller here. We have technical difficulties that could go on. Since we're using new technology to bring C Murder's message to the stage, this could have a big impact, since the fans expect to see a second round of that holographic action that we've seen in the Coachella with Tupac performance. We will have C Murder pre-videotape his message and performance, so that we will have to continue the show and hope that the fans enjoy other guest appearances. This will have a medium risk because the technical guys are really good at what they do. However, with technology, anything can happen, and it will have a high impact. Let's see, transportation issues, which could actually give us a high probability. It's a high risk and gives a high impact. This can give us a high impact as Percy Miller needs to get to his interviews and appearances on time. If too many artists are late or don't show up, it could potentially ruin the show during this busy time, the Super Bowl. So we have to back up we have backup first class tickets on Percy Miller's rider and 10-15 passenger vans on standby. And of course, any type of relationship issues run a high risk and can have a high impact, because it's supposed to be a reunification tour, and not just reunification of the artist, but it's supposed to symbolize reunification of the city of New Orleans. So we will have times where artists are collaborating on the stage as well as building relationships behind the stage. The dinner is a proactive way for artists to connect proactively before getting on the stage together.